My friends, Nintendo Switch is one heck of a console, and it's still going. At the time of recording, we haven't even got Super Mario Party Jamboree or Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. There's a lot of time for a lot of people's favorite games to change. However, I think my top 5 Nintendo Switch games are solidified. I do not think there is a game that is coming up that can overtake the 5 games that I have in my hands. I am currently holding my 5 favorite of all time Nintendo Switch games, and I, today, want to walk you through why they're my favorites, what games they even are, and tell you about them. So I'm going to go from number 5 to number 1 favorite Switch game of all time. And let's begin with the 5th one, alright? Put that little stack of games over there. Let's start here. At number 5, we have Splatoon 3. Okay, Splatoon 3. Listen, I've been a fan of the whole Splatoon series ever since Splatoon 1 on the Wii U on day 1. So what happened was, I think I've told this story before, when Splatoon 1 was coming out, I was very into it. I was very excited for it. It was, Nintendo's new IP, and I was only like 8 years old, but I could still like watch commercials. I would watch those like Splatoon commercials on Disney Channel or whatever, and I would see, oh, that's a new Nintendo game. I was hyped for it. It looked cool, and I was into it. All the bright colors and everything. It was cool. So I was into it. I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered on Amazon, and the day that it came out, so I guess I wasn't a day 1 player. The day that it came out, I was actually on a trip, but it was still delivered to my home. So right when I got home, I turned on Splatoon, and oh, so great. And I've been a Splatoon fan ever since. That was like the game for me on the Wii U. So I bought Splatoon 2 also on day 1. That was phenomenal. I love Splatoon 2. And then Splatoon 3 comes out 2 years ago in 2022 on September 9th, I believe. And it's just like the ultimate Splatoon. It's everything that you want in Splatoon, but even more. Which is why Splatoon 3 is one of my top 5 favorite Switch games, okay? It's one of my favorites. Games that I like are games that you can play over and over and over and over. Splatoon is that times 100. Splatoon in-game events you can play over and over. It has a story mode. It has different game modes. It has different different game modes, as in like Turf War, Ranked Battle, Clam Blitz, all those game modes. And then you can play the card dojo game, table turf battles. There's so many different things to do. Customize your character, customize your locker. Splatoon 3 has so much to offer for a $60 price tag, and it's the ultimate Splatoon game. How could it not be in my top 5 Nintendo Switch games? That's number 5 for it. Now, number 4 is a game that came out very recently, less than a year ago at the time of recording. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Yes, this game had already broke in my top 4 right after playing it. Mario Bros. Wonder is everything that you want in a 2D Mario game. And that's not my explanation for every single one of these games here. It's everything that you would ever want. But Mario Wonder was the fresh take on 2D Mario that Nintendo needed so bad. Because if you look at New Super Mario Bros. DS, Wii, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Mario Bros. 2, they're all very similar. Like, those games are all very similar. 2D Mario was kind of in a rut almost, where they needed something brand new. Mario Wonder nailed it. And I remember leading up to launch, I would go to Target just to play the demo of the game. I got this day 1. I played it for hours. Just the soundtrack, the overall vibe, and my favorite part probably, which you wouldn't think is my favorite, is the fact that there's online play. In the sense that you can see other players on the same level as you, even like they aren't playing with you, but you can see them. That's so cool to me. I love that part of the online multiplayer, and that is why Mario Wonder is my top 4, my 4th favorite Switch game of all time. now it's heating up. We have top 3. All right, top 3 Switch games. Top 3, Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 is one of the greatest games I've ever played, and Pikmin 4 is by far, not even close, the best Pikmin game that is out there. Pikmin 4 improves on everything. So, Pikmin 1, 2, and 3, all great games, but there's some things that you like, some things that you don't like. Pikmin 2 is really hard. Pikmin 4 is perfect because it's perfect for if it's your first ever Pikmin game. It's perfect if you if it's your first Pikmin game. They teach you everything. You can pretty much get a hint feature for every single thing that you need to get a hint for. Like, where is this item? It'll point you over to it. Or for a hardcore player, there's challenges to complete that you have to get like a gold or a platinum medal for. I forget. Guys, I'm foggy, but you would have to like speed run the Dandori challenges or whatever, and you would get like a medal. Like, there's challenges and there's good things for anyone of any skill level to play Pikmin 4. Aside from that, it's charming. They added in Ochi, they added in the Ice Pikmin. I can't say enough good things about Pikmin 4. And it was just a very exciting game to play at launch. It looks visually great. It runs great. Pikmin 4, awesome game. And that was, I think, probably the second most exciting game for me last year in 2023. Loved it, man. That's my number 3. Now we get juicy. My second favorite Switch game of all time is Another Code Recollection. Now this game just released like 6 months ago, and I will be straight up dead honest with you. I did not know this whole series existed until those 6 months ago. So call me a bandwagon fan, whatever you want to call me. I picked up this game on launch day because it is a technically Nintendo game, and I am a Nintendo YouTuber, so I buy any and all Nintendo games that come out, whether people say that they're good or they're bad or they're skipping them. I always pick them up because it's what I have to do, and I enjoy doing it. So I picked this game up not knowing really what to expect. I know it's a story game, kind of like a visual novel type thing. Listen, I got in this game, and a lot of people say it's low effort. The whole like remake thing is low effort. I'm not looking at the graphics. It's a visual novel type thing. What made me love this game so much was the story. The story of the game is what sold me on the entire thing when I got into it. Like, the story makes it top 2 Switch games of all time for me. That's what makes it, you know? So when I hear things like, the graphics aren't good, it's not well made, it's the story for me. So, this game, though, is a remake of there's a DS game called Trace Memory, and there's a Wii game that I can see right now called Another Code R, A Journey into Lost Memories. Those are the two, Another Code games that were released in the world before this one. They remade both of those with voice acting and everything, and put it into this one game. And both of these stories are so great. This is the Trace Memory story, and this Two Memories right here. Wait, hold on, wait. No. Two Memories is the Trace Memory story, and then this one down here is the second story, Journey into Lost Memories. That's what it is. And I have not played the original games yet. I took a little dive into the Trace Memory game, the first one. I didn't really get too far though. But this game was so good that it made me buy the 2 original games, one of which was not even released in the US, so I had to like buy it from Europe. It was crazy. But this game is so, can you say fun? Like, you aren't like jumping up and down all, happy-go-lucky, but it's like interesting. Like, it keeps you on your toes. It's like you're always trying to figure something out. And there's twists and turns to the whole story. Another Code Recollection is that game. Honestly, it's not gonna be for everyone, but if you have a slight interest in it, I would buy it. M Swizzle recommended for sure. Buy this game. It's not top 2 for no reason. It's great. Now, my favorite Switch game of all time. Can you guess it? I'll give you 3 seconds right now to guess it. You guessed it. It's Legend of Zelda. No, it's not. It's Animal Crossing. If you know anything about me, Animal Crossing is my favorite franchise of all time. So when they announced Animal Crossing Animal Crossing for Nintendo Switch, I was like, oh, we are so back. Because Animal Crossing New Leaf is my favorite Animal Crossing game. And coming off of that, this was the next game in the whole franchise. So I was like, oh, we're so back. This could be my new favorite game of all time. It's not, spoiler alert, but it's like my second favorite game of all time, just behind Animal Crossing New Leaf. New Horizons, of course, is a big improvement from Animal Crossing New Leaf, but there was some charm that New Leaf had, which New Horizons doesn't fully capture. But New Horizons was my savior during the pandemic. During the pandemic, it was online school, it was lonely, it was quarantine, as everyone would call it, and New Horizons came out right at the start of the whole pandemic, like March 20th, 2020. So this was like everyone's partner back then. If you owned this game at launch, this was like your pandemic partner, your PP. That sounds bad. Pandemic partner, never abbreviate that. But like, bro, this was your game, and I have fond memories of me waking up for online school back in like late 2020. You know, you turn on your Zoom meeting, and on the other screen, I'm playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Like, this was my favorite game at that time. It was all I would ever play. I had like over 1,000 hours clocked just off the first year alone. I think that's accurate, or close to it anyway. It was my favorite game. I played it every single day. I played it every single day for like a year straight, which maybe is rookie numbers compared to maybe you out there, I don't know. But like for me, that was a lot of playtime. Like, it was insane. So I would maybe almost 2 years actually. Yeah, I think it was actually almost 2 years, not to like flex on you, but I think it was almost 2 years straight. And then at some point I broke my streak, I don't know. But New Horizons, man. How will you live your island life? That's what it says. Something that totally sells me on Animal Crossing is the whole like seasons and holidays, like the Christmas event, the Toy Day event, and the Halloween and the Thanksgiving. That's what I love about Animal Crossing. That's what makes it a great game for me. And I feel like, you know, I'm sure tons of people feel this way, so I'm not trying to act like I'm special, but I feel like Animal Crossing was a game that was like totally just made for me. Like, that's how it feels to me, and maybe that's how it feels to you. Like, that's just how strong of a game it is. It feels like it's totally just like designed for you. And that's what I feel for myself. So that's why I love it so much. And I am looking forward to whatever they come up with next. Whatever they make next for Animal Crossing is gonna be great. Next thing you know, we're flying cars, and we're freaking motorcycling and jet skiing, and it's gonna be crazy. But those are my top 5 Nintendo Switch games. Let me know your top 5 down below in the comments. Are any of these games on that list? Definitely not Another Code Recollection. I would be surprised if any of you have Another Code Recollection in your top 10. I would be shocked, because I feel like it's just me. I don't know. But with that said, thank you all so much. Subscribe if you are brand new. If you are brand new, then maybe do that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Adios.